Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of the live stream MSU podcast. Hope everyone's well and enjoying a bit of midweek motos this week on a Tuesday night. I certainly did. Joined here by Dale. Hello Dale.
Good evening, Bolt Dog.
I don't think I need to introduce you anymore actually.
Nah.
Though I think the introduction, I think we're on episode 6 now, so the introductions don't need to happen.
They're starting to get, most people on there know me anyway.
I don't think we need that now.
Other than the Dale boy, but
I think we'll ditch the introductions from now on.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say a few things before we got started tonight.
Yeah.
So we've been running an Instagram competition on our Instagram page, obviously, for the best setup. It was for January, but I just said to do it from the beginning as we haven't done one yet. And the winner was Woody167. His name's Reese. He did message me this morning. So well done, Reese, on winning. If you drop me a message. No, Reese won it by about 11 votes, I think.
Cool. Got some fans, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he done the right thing, messaged a few people, and he got plenty of votes. So I think it was Archie Oakes in second.
Fair play.
Drop me a message, Reese, and we'll sort out your voucher. Last week's winner of the cap was Tony T. Guessing the right result. So well done, Tony. The caps should be here tomorrow. Should be is the massive word in that. So once they're here, Tony, I'll get a cap over to you. Then, Reese is listening as well. So well done, Reese. So usual format. We'll start with the heats.
What did you think of the track first? What did you think of the turnaround of the track?
I think I preferred it on Saturday, to be honest. I think there was a lot of 180 turns on this one. Didn't allow for too much a bit less passing. I thought Saturday was a bit better, to be honest.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I thought it was a bit faster how they kind of made it, and there's a couple of good rhythm sections, weren't there?
Yeah.
How they was doing, see that one section where they was going, landing down the backside of that tabletop.
Yeah.
The start was landing on it, and then the backside they were landing.
Pushing over it, yeah.
You get that wrong. That was something else.
Yeah, so obviously before it all started, Lawrence went down hard in time qualifying on the whoops.
Yeah.
Looked quite a nasty crash, didn't it? Sort of flicked his face back on the bars, I think it caught him.
Yeah, I think he was quite lucky, wasn't he? Because he spat straight away, and then he kind of rode it a little bit, then kind of flipped, and then hit the whoops. But I see a Instagram video, a couple of people posted some videos up of him, and don't realise how, because you're looking at it from bird's eye view, you see him kind of go across.
Yeah, them whoops are massive, aren't they?
When you see it live on the side of the whoops, you just see him come round, just go across and just get it wrong and just smash. But he only kind of damaged. I think he just gave himself bleeding nose, didn't he?
Yeah, Kevin Moran's. You see his Instagram video.
That was the one he posted, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he got the actual fight there.
Yeah.
So it was good to see him get up from that, because obviously did look a bit.
Yeah, you don't need to be. I don't know. You don't need that though, do you? When you're trying to, I know he's trying to put fast laps down, but does it shake you up a little bit having a little bit of especially a crash like that?
I did say I think it's watching. It's on one of the podcasts that I thought he'd have a few big crashes, because I think he's just trying too hard. He wants it. He's got the heart of a lion, really, isn't he? But
yeah, because you can't fault him for trying, but it's hard because he's got in his corner and that as well. He's got to try and find that kind of medium, isn't he, where he don't need to go. I think at the moment he only has to be in the top 3, doesn't he? For
we get into that in a bit, but I don't think there's too much competition up there for him at the moment, is there?
No.
Yeah, it's a shame to see him out, but obviously wish him a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
I think hopefully he'll be all right for Saturday. So Heat 1 in the 250s. Again, Lawrence was caught up on the first corner crash with Lane Shaw. Lawrence seemed to get a good jump again, and then sort of fouled back, didn't he? And obviously Lane Shaw went down.
Yeah, he flew out. I think he just had a bit of trouble. Then he just went into the back of him and had nowhere to go. But you get that sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
And with all these other riders now look short, you can't think a lot of people was losing the front end, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
But
they keep saying it's quite washy on the top.
yeah,
Bit grippy on the underneath sort of thing.
the old start straight was long though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good old long one, wasn't it? I think that.
I see Carmichael said it was 1,864 feet.
Whoa, missed the fact. Was that Ches?
Nah, because I see it, I heard it and I thought that's wow. Look, I thought that can't be that long. And then today, I was having a little pace out at work and that to see actually
how far it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, man, that is long to have a look at that. Look, a start that long. It's pretty.
I always think though, when you do pace out something like that, it seems like forever. Or you stand at the top of a hill and then on your bike you just like nip off the top of it, don't you? Like a bit of a double or something. You think, fucking hell, that's miles from there to there, and then or you just go rad.
Yeah,
you're over it.
I used to do it. Look at people go, "You're going to clear that?" And when we walk the track, you're like, "Ain't you?" You look at it, you're thinking, I ain't clearing that much. Look how far it is. And then in practice, you like coast round, don't you? Kind of hop on, and you're like, over.
I'm nearly there.
And you're like, it's mad. And then sometimes it is mad how much power you got. Same as hills, isn't it? When we went, I remember.
Yeah, my best experience of that is Fox Hills. You stand at the top of one of them, you're like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden you get out the gate and you're straight off it.
No, I like the first time I always used to think this is going to be a nightmare was when the kennel and I used to watch for years and years before we obviously got the ride there and used to watch them got that first hill and I used to think, oh my God, man.
Fear the hill.
I ain't never going to do it. And then when we rode there, like we come to it and you got that long straight and you're like hanging off the bike thinking, please mate, just get up there. You flew up the top. I thought, mate, that was easy. Went along the top, and then when you got to the top to come back down, you looked and you was fuck it, isn't it? It's harder to come down the hills, wasn't it, than going up.
Yeah, we rode it that wet year, didn't we? And it was just trying to stop was harder than going up. Yeah,
but it's mad to obviously, like you said, to when you're looking at things on feet to actually when you're on your bike, it's completely different. It's crazy what you can clear.
Yeah, so that vertical wall, we'll see a couple of pictures of the guys posted on Instagram. That was vertical, wasn't it, virtually?
I know it gives them something different to do on the track, doesn't it? But do they need to have it like
yeah,
like
it's well steep, wasn't it?
But I know it put saying, they make it look easy, didn't they? I know a few people's had a couple of tip-offs and that, but yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Someone's put Ling as a gnarly track. I've never rode Ling, I don't think.
No, it looks good. Looks good. Every time you see the British in that there, it's like I think it's like a sand, isn't it? And it's quite a fast. From what I remember of like watching and stuff, I think it goes in and out like the woods and then comes back through like it's got some fast ski jumps and stuff like that. I swear the British ride there. It's around for the British. I don't know if the MX Nationals and that are there.
Hello, Facebook user. If you sign in, if you try and use the link on our Instagram page to get in the Motocross Setups group, you're able just to click once and you can put your name in so we know who we're talking to. So we can give you a shout out as well. Where was we? Went a bit off topic then, didn't we?
Yeah, started getting all hyped up about us races back in the day, weren't we?
Oh yeah, Lawrence hitting Shaw at the start. So
yeah,
and then obviously started pulling back through and then hit that tough block.
Silly place, I thought, to have a tough block.
They moved it after, didn't they? Weren't there for the rest of the night. Yeah. Automatically, when you come around that corner, you're going that way anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, like they was drifting because he weren't that wide, was he? And he kind of, as he jumped, he kind of come and then as you watch the race and the rest of the night, they was all near. If they kept that there,
they would have all landed on it. Yeah.
So that's just his luck, I think, a little bit at the moment. But he landed like quite fast.
Heavy.
Wow. Yeah, it looked quite a heavy impact, and he's only like stick thin. So
have you read anything about the injury? I did look this morning. I haven't really had time tonight to see.
I think he said that he's all right. He is all right, but I think he is banged up, and I think he said he's trying to see if he can be there for the weekend. But
I think he needs to be, otherwise he's going to lose that.
I think if he don't, like I was a bit gutted, obviously what happened anyway. But I think if he don't at least try and go there to score some points, I think he'd say goodbye to winning.
What does
it,
everyone else
especially-
think on that? Do you reckon he should, if he's not 100% fit, ride, or to gain points, or not ride, sit out because he's obviously so young?
What would you do?
I
Obviously,
think,
we don't know the pain he was in.
yeah,
but he won the last
I think I would
chance,
like.
didn't
It's so hard because obviously a team have a big say in what he has to do, and
he? Yeah.
as a racer, you want to ride, don't you? He could probably easily circle in fourth, couldn't he?
I think he could beat Shimoda,
Yeah.
but
So
it's not. Yeah, but I suppose that I think they need. I see a lot of comments. They're looking like the long picture as much as we want to see
yeah.
him race and battle. They're like, he's 17 years old. Do we need to push him, and then he has a massive crash, and then do him for I don't know, the outdoors and later on by miss. But it's hard because he is making some mistakes, and I know it's all part of obviously him learning. But there's some big ones now, aren't they? Because obviously he's getting quicker.
new member to the group. I chatted to him on LinkedIn this week. Lester, hello and welcome to the show.
Hello, mate.
Getting a few comments in on this now. He's only young, so it depends what him and Honda want, which I think is right. I think he would race, but it depends on Honda.
Who do you reckon
again.
has to say? Do you reckon because you've got like
The team.
Eric
team.
Keoghs is the team manager. Isn't
Yeah.
he? I see him out in the stands, and I think what he says goes, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I know Jet can say, "Look, I'm fine," but I think it comes down to him, doesn't it, to say you ain't, or you can go. But
Ryan Humphrey says has to go. New HRC 250 team got to try and get a third, surely. What do you mean by has to go?
he has to go to the race.
Oh, right.
So really, like I would think, I would like him to try and go there. If he can get a couple of points, then he can still try. If he's not in touch with the first and second, at least be good to finish on the podium. With looking at what he's having, the problems he's having at the moment.
Yeah.
So, but do we know how bad he is or how banged up he is? We don't really know, do we?
No. And then you get Tony T, who says, stay 100% fit, sit out. What's the point of running yourself when you're so young? So there's both sides of the coin there, isn't there?
It's a typical Tony T answer, isn't it? Stay at home, son, out on the couch. Don't risk it, boy.
Don't risk too much. Yeah.
For
I think as a racer, you want to ride, and as a team manager, you want to preserve.
Yeah. But at that age, you see them now, they're so young, they're breaking collarbones, aren't they? And like last year, he broke his collarbone, didn't he?
Yeah.
And how many bones do they break when they're not even out their 20s?
Yeah, he's probably still growing.
yeah, milk bones and that.
Yeah, he's probably still growing. So, obviously, it was a shame to see that, and missing the main event for that. But and obviously, we haven't really talked about it, but Craig won that pretty easy, didn't he?
Yeah. With Jet falling out, and then obviously Craig he's picked some heat wins up now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But he always looks smooth and stylish in the heats, and then it gave a chance of the other boys to try and make kind of
it's a good. They did say it on the commentary. It's a good time now for all the young lads to have a go at getting we've got Kevin Moran's coming on in a couple of weeks. He managed to get a third, didn't he, in the heat?
Yeah.
So for them guys, it's just massive boosting of confidence and stuff, I guess. So
yeah, I would love to, wouldn't you? Like even a third. Everyone's it's only a heat, but we said the other on a couple of the other episodes, you've got to be in it to win it. Whether Jet crashes and you say, "Wow, the big boy's in it," you've still got to finish the race, especially on them tracks how hard they are. So I would be buzzing. I would.
I think they are. I had a little conversation with him earlier, and he was happy.
And it must be nice running up front as well, isn't it?
Just getting on better TV time as well. Because obviously they're looking for sponsorship all the time, and it just helps their case for sponsorship. More TV time, the more people are going to want to invest in them.
Because from the first episode to now, everyone's obviously talking a lot more about these boys that are a little bit.
They weren't even mentioned, were they? From day one.
Now he's coming in at third, and Osby's always there and stuff.
Yeah, Ryan's just said he likes Osby. He's a good rider, isn't he?
They all give it. That's a good thing with the privateers, because their passion to race is so strong. They're there because they love the sport and they want to make the main. So that's why they're so good to watch, even in the last chance. They
Yeah,
put
'cause
it
we
all out on
talked
the
about
line.
money last time, so it's quite a big bonus for him to get even, what was it, £800, wasn't it, for just qualifying?
Yeah, I think so. When they make straight through to the main,
So for
I
someone
think
a privateer, that sort of pays your fuel and your bits and bobs for the next week, doesn't it? Really,
yeah, bit of grub.
bit of grub. Heat 2, Nichols whole shot. Shimoda caused a bit of a pile up.
Yeah,
Oh, that wasn't at the start. Sorry, that's my bad. I wrote that down wrong.
no, he
That
caused
just after the start, wasn't it?
around the corner, wasn't there? There's a bit
Yeah.
of a pile up, but Nichols he just buzz. He looks like he's buzzing at the moment. He's full of confidence.
He's on rails, isn't he? He doesn't seem to be. Like Carmichael said, when they don't look like they're trying, they're dangerous,
Yeah,
and that's how he looks at the moment.
yeah. He seems fit, confident. I think he's got the speed because he's there or thereabouts in qualifying. He's getting the starts as well, isn't he? Now he's kind of, but like you said, he's rolling off a couple of wins. So,
Dow's dog Rocky's featuring in the background. If you can hear him,
so go and get him.
Mummy's go get him. Mummy's out, so he's got to stop him from barking. Yeah, Shimoda 15th to 3rd. The competition doesn't seem too strong in the 250s at the moment. We'll go into that a little bit more in the main because I've got quite a big point I want to talk about. But Shimoda, again, another young rider, but he seems to have a really mature head on his shoulders not compared to Lawrence, but Shimoda won't do anything out of his comfort zone. He seems to just ride his own race and not worry about what anyone else is doing. So he's Mr. Consistent, really. He's going to be the next Ryan Dungey.
Yeah, he's good. I like to watch him. He's got no style, isn't he? I tell you, just going on about Shimoda, but
yeah, still Shimoda.
He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool, and he's doing what he can. I suppose it must be hard because he's doing what he can. So he got a podium last weekend, and he's still there. I don't know what do you reckon he needs to get to that next? Don't know.
Aggression.
I know it's obviously speed, isn't it?
Aggression.
But if that's not your style, it's hard, isn't it, to put in.
But consistency might pay off at the end, because he might end up with that. He's got a great chance of staying on that third step.
Yeah,
I can't see anyone beating the Yams at the moment, but
no, at the moment with what's happening and crashes and stuff like that, I think you've just got to try and finish all these 8. Is it 8 rounds they do in total? You just got to try and be there at the end, don't you? I think if you could be there at the end, then you're in for a good shot.
Yeah,
really.
they've only got 2 more now, but then they get the break. So
yeah, Mosman looks strong again though. I think he's after the last couple of rounds, his pace is kind of
and confidence. I think he's found a little lease of confidence in his riding as well, especially after he walloped Jet. I think that's given him. I'm a bit more of a Johnny Big Balls than you think.
And I think obviously him now believing in Jesus and God even more. I think he thinks they're giving him the power to win.
Ryan's put. What do you think about the pro circuit team though? They're not signing real potential winners. Do you think it's budget? I think Faulkner's was a potential winner. And then who they got in the East? They got Cameron McAdoo, Jordan Smith.
They ain't no slouches.
No.
So I think that Jordan Smith would be good to watch because I remember watching him on the KTM, and he had some real raw speed and just got it with a couple of injuries. But I think McAdoo as well. He showed outdoors that he's got some speed, and now he's on the team. I think he'll be one to watch. But yeah,
I'm quite excited to see the West Coast now.
Yeah,
not because the East Coast has gone boring. It's just I think the fields it's fizzled out.
I was talking to Ches earlier, and he come up with a good kind of question about the both coasts. He said, "Why don't they merge together?" Because he said you could have the best this coast and the other coast, and have one, and then have a backup race with a B group race with all the other riders that kind of don't make it.
Yeah,
because often we love watching the shootout, don't we? So how good would it be to watch them at every round?
Yeah, maybe budget, maybe.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money, I suppose. But I'd rather see all of them in one race.
Yeah, because they're so it'd be brilliant. I think that I think you would love it.
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
What does everyone else think? Would they rather see the East and West merge, and then, you know, even if they didn't do every round, you know, done one in
Because
two?
really, it'd be like the 450s, wouldn't it? Because the 450s is so stacked. Because once you finally get to the 450s, there's no east or west. So with the 250s, imagine having that. Like normally you see about a good 6, don't you? And a good 6 from the other coast. So imagine having them in one race. You're guaranteed you've got like the 450s. And then you could have all the others, obviously, in another race. And if they can still make the main.
Yeah, that'd be good, actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Good shout. Onto the 450s then. Heat 1. Tomac had a silly little crash again, the same as last week.
Yeah.
Looked virtually identical to last week, didn't it?
Yeah, I'll be checking what tyres I'm running on the front. Maybe was it Dunlop or something? I wouldn't be happy. Like
Release that front brake a bit, not so sharp.
Yeah, but it just they just kind of just skids out, don't they? I know they're coming in like fast, and they're laying it over, but yeah, same kind of mistake again. I think he'd be kicking himself. I see.
It's a bit of a schoolboy error, isn't it?
I see old Anderson as well is out, broken.
Yeah.
Dislocated finger. I thought he would just take that out and, do you know what I mean, get on with it. But
I'll say I've said it again. I think he's lost the interest in it personally. He just don't seem to have the heart in it like he did when he won that year.
Yeah. So yeah, he's out now. Same and Dean Wilson. So it's only Osborne kind of left from now.
Yeah. Wilson's not back to Orlando, is he?
Bruised toes. I mean.
Yeah, we'll see.
Chuck the riders.
Hey, like you say, it's only like I know the 450 they use a bit more initiative and a bit more brain, but only feels like there's a few riders now that will put it all on the line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's down to like pay pack or how much you're getting paid and stuff.
Someone's I think there's a deeper issue with Anderson. Thinks there's more to it.
Yeah, there could be, but it's the same as like Baggett, isn't it? We don't really know, do we? So behind closed doors and stuff, it's so hard, isn't it? But
money and could be money, could be time.
If he's not getting paid what he thinks he should be, is your art going to be in it? I don't know.
Rocky, welcome to the show.
Come on.
Where is he?
He's all hyped up. Took him on a 2-mile run. He got in, collapsed. I thought happy days. And now he's like woke up. So every time we go on, he's like, "Oh, wait, might cross it up is on. let's get amongst it."
So Muscan won that race, which is I think is that his first heat win this year.
Yeah, because he did say, didn't he, that he was happy to be on the box and stuff and all this.
Reese has put his slack in a bit, but we'll talk about that in the main. Obviously, he won that race.
Yeah, he looked quick, didn't he? He looked.
I thought, bloody hell, here he goes. And then, say the main, he not so good.
Barsha.
Broken toe hurts. Done mine at Golden Barn. Dale videoed it.
Oh yes, I did. Yeah, I did. That was class. But yeah, it does.
Did you know if you cut your 2 big toes off, you can't walk because you can't balance?
Wait, funny you say that, and I've got Joe Rogers to back me up on this. We spoke to a geezer on site who said he had a still roll off the van onto his foot. It chopped all of his toes off. Yeah. He said he was in a week in hospital. Come out. I said, and I knew that. I went, I bet it's well hard to walk. He went, no, didn't even affect me. I went, what? He said, that's a myth. He said, you don't need them to walk. He said, I proved it. And then he went, look, whopped his sock off. And he had like that. And I was like, oh, mate. Yeah, I would like to lose him just to see if it is true or not.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it is or not.
We'll have to ask, like Ryan said, our friend Tom T, who chopped all his off.
Yeah, he chopped his off deliberately, though, didn't he, for a bit of money?
A bit of cash.
But I'll be posting the video up on the motocross
yes, we'd like to see that.
As Tony stated, he did break his big toe. We'll put the video up of how he done it. And I believe Gazza D was in the video as well, because Gazza D pulls over to see if Tony's all right.
Right, we need to crack on a little bit. We're going a bit well off tonight. We're going to be here for about 3 hours. Heat 2, Oh, sorry. So Muscan, Barsha, Brayton, Tomac. So another good ride for Brayton there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the old boys.
Yeah.
Heat 2, Webb hole shotted, got out front. Roczen and Webb, I think they got their own little mind game battle going on still.
Yeah.
Webb got caught on that tough block, same as Freezy, didn't he?
It was shit, wasn't it, that tough
It,
block?
it was like
weird
at an
one.
angle, wasn't it? And I think the riders thought if they could just stay really close to it, but then they showed how sharp their foot pegs were, weren't they? And they were catching it.
Yeah, then they changed it, didn't they? I see they pulled that one out and put like a normal tough block in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's another silly little mistake. And then Osborne done the same as well, didn't he?
They was all doing it, I think.
Yeah. And Osborne had stitches. They kept saying about Osborne having stitches.
Yeah, in his chin.
Yeah. I don't know how. Unless he's just come up short and on the handlebars.
He did. I see him, right, you're saying. He cased it and he come out, nailed the handlebar up there. I think he said he had 6 stitches in there.
See, he just cracks on, doesn't he, old Osborne?
He's a good lad.
Yeah, and that was it really. Stuart, Brandes, Osborne. And then last chance qualifier was Gardner Ray. Hartraff had to go. He keeps having to go into the last chance.
Why is he? Why though? I don't know what's going on. He was
fast.
Brilliant.
It's fast.
Yeah, but he was a brilliant rider on the 250. He led a few rides.
Yeah, but like he said, it's a different ball game.
It is, yeah.
So he said, like he was happy with the 16th. I think he had last weekend.
I'd be happy with that as well. With that field.
And that Clarkson as well. He was over the moon to make the main. See him. He was look. He won the race, but
again, it's it might come down to money for him. Like it's a big pay packet lost, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you don't, if someone offered you to do something, and if you didn't quite do it, you don't get that £1,000. Then you're gonna be gutted, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you say, the lads in the 250s are getting a good bit of coverage at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time to shine.
So let's move on to the 250 main. There's a bit of a pile up at the end of the first corner. Shimoda down again.
Yeah.
He did get away pretty quick, didn't he? I don't think he was quite dead last.
No. Oldenburg had some issues though, didn't he?
Yeah, I've got that here because his bike packed up. You see it in midair.
That's a horrible feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially motocross is not too bad, is it? But supercross when they're in the air more than they're probably.
How good's Carmichael though? Because he spotted that straight away, didn't he? He went, let's have a re-look at that, and you see the back wheel. Like he went, oh, that's a bike problem. I think.
As he watches it, he's like, oh no, his back looked like his back wheel. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I know.
They like obviously showed a replay, and you see it like literally seized, didn't you? And it just because I think obviously it caused him to drop.
But it's like if you tap the back brake, doesn't it? But it obviously did that.
And to have, I see they 40-minute changeover. They've done that engine in, swapped the engine around in 40 minutes to get him back, and then there's that obviously big thing with Jet going to the line and
but a few people are saying here, did you hear about Oldenburg getting to the main without qualifying and everything like that?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Because he didn't do the last chance, did he?
No, and Jet didn't pull back off the line. It looked like Jet got told to come back off the line.
Yeah.
But I've heard when we was watching it the weekend, I didn't realise that because when Jet put a lap, he already put a lap in before he crashed, didn't he? And he was like second, but they said because he didn't finish, that's you out of the qualifying.
Oh, right.
So
I just want to know how Oldenburg managed to get in the main without going to the LCQ.
I see him put a little video out the other day, but he don't talk all the way through about it.
Does anyone else know how he got there? But his bike packed up again anyway, didn't it?
Yeah.
40-minute change and then it just packed up again on him.
I don't think I'd go out there.
You got to have a lot of trust in your mechanic there, haven't you?
Yeah. If my old man, to be fair, I would trust my old man, but to say, are you sure that's good? It's good to go back out there and then it pack up again. But yeah, I think I would have wanted to see how Jet got on, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just kind of pulled
that's a good point, Ryan, because the AMA pulled Oldenburg out saying that he had violated something, didn't he?
Oh, but he didn't.
He didn't. So I reckon that's why they put him in the main.
So why does Jet lose out if he went to the last chance and won that? Because the other boys in the last chance still made the main, didn't they?
Yes, they're in it.
I'll write them because in the last chance, you had Jet, Shaw, Fleming, and what they was in the main. So why did they pull Jet out of it? Unless he just withdrew.
Yeah, because I think Honda withdrew him. There's something about changing bikes, I think, for Oldenburg.
Yeah, I have to look in. Hopefully, because it takes a couple of days, doesn't it, for all the stories to start coming out. So we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I'll have to have a listen up on that. Anyway, but he was going well, wasn't he? He was in like 4th place in the main.
Yeah,
he's flying.
Yeah.
Mosman obviously got the whole shot. Again, we were talking about him earlier, saying how much he's improved, and I think he's improved and got a bit more confidence behind him now.
I thought he was going to win it, if I'm honest.
He put in some solid laps as well. He was putting in some fast times, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he had like a 2.5 second gap, and I thought he looked stronger, and he's fit, and he don't seem to.
No.
And then he had an absolute nightmare, didn't he?
Mad Max section. Miller went down hard, and Mosman did well not to just Muller him, really, didn't he?
Yeah,
that could have been horrible.
He clipped him, didn't he? But that must be scary if you come from
looking up and going
in the rhythm line. Because none of them just hit the brakes. So if they could double, they're doubling, isn't they? Still?
Yeah.
You sat in that thing and they're coming in. Like you said, their reactions are so good because Mosman literally comes down, then he turns and kind of clips him. So yeah, it was a shame really because I think he would have won that.
Yeah, and which obviously handed the lead out to Nichols. Yeah. Which from there on then he didn't really look back, did he? To be honest.
No, Craig put a little bit of a spurt on, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought here we go, but then he just sort of kept that gap, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it's when they get to markers, isn't it? If you can get the markers at the right points and stuff, you can gain a couple of seconds here and there.
They usually say the second place is better than the first because obviously they know he's coming, but it seemed to work a bit different, didn't it, with them two?
Yeah, they start
Nichols
to move out of the way, didn't they? Because as soon as first comes through, normally second and third and that are close behind. But yeah, he don't seem to put a foot wrong at the moment, Nichols, does he?
No, and then poor old Do, he was having a do whatever you call him. He was having a good ride when he got a puncture. Yeah. Tried to stay out the way and went over the finish line and went over the bars on the tough block.
Yeah, I see Carmichael was laughing when he was like,
poor bastard.
He looked over his shoulder, didn't he? And then just come over it. And thing. Went over the handlebars though, didn't he?
Oh, I felt well sorry for him because he was having a flyer. He was in about 4th or 5th, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was right up there.
Yeah, I did feel a bit bad for him.
We've all had that. We've all been there, haven't we? Had their moments.
Yeah, obviously Shimoda got back to 4th, but the guys lapping up to 4th in the main. What's everyone's thoughts on that? I just think that's crazy. You know, are they that much faster? What was the lap times? 40? No, was it 50s in that one?
Yeah. The thing is, it's hard, isn't it? Because I suppose if you get out in front and get your head down.
Yeah, but that's up to 4th.
Yeah.
Like, you're always going to get a few back markers where things happen, but
yeah.
If I'm battling for 4th, I'm not expecting to get lapped.
Yeah, but then if you're a second or 2 seconds slower than me, and you're doing 20, how many laps they're doing? 20.
Yeah, doing 25, aren't they?
25 laps. I should be near enough on your ass.
It's nuts, isn't it? Really, in a professional level.
Yeah. I says this to my old man sometimes even when we ride the nationals, you look at the times, don't you? And you're like, how are they that much faster? I can't go no faster than I can. At that level, when you go back to the team and that, it's a bit disheartening because what you've got to do, unlap yourself first before you even think about winning the race. So, yeah, they've got to be so mentally strong. I wonder if they just shake it off and just try and go again next week.
So Reese the champ, 50 quid champ. I think it just shows with Supercross that if someone's on another level that night, it shows a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I always think if you get the old shot and you click off the first half of the race, I think you're hard to catch them. Mm-hmm. Unless you've got raw speed like Stewart used to have. Other than that, you've got no chance.
No, I just think 4th place to get laps nuts. Crazy. The checker flag obviously went out on the white flag lap, which was
he didn't know,
Nichols.
did he?
No, he sort of give it the old
looked over his shoulder.
Stuff in there, or
yeah. I was hoping that went out and they kind of stopped.
Yeah,
and
oh
Craig,
shit!
And
What?
then Craig carried on because I would have pissed myself then, but he was just there, wasn't he, waving it?
That'd have been a good. That'd have spiced the season up a bit there, wouldn't it? There'd have been some uproar. I don't think they could have done it after that.
No, because it was there. I think the timing was out with the flag man, but yeah, it was. They was all looking, weren't they, to see if it was.
Because sort of Colt must have been getting like 2 laps to go, and then all of a sudden the checkered's out. He must be thinking, yes, I'll take that.
We don't mind if they cut a race short.
But he's been on a bit of a roll now, hasn't
he? Yeah, you need to do something with him, otherwise.
So he's pulled an 11-point lead now.
Yeah, that's silly. But it's still, anything can happen.
Yeah. So they've still got Saturday, then down to Orlando for one, and then they've got one in Salt Lake, and then East and West.
Yeah. So,
there's 4 to go.
And by this weekend, anything can happen. Everyone was thinking Jet was going to run away with it this week.
Yeah.
And he had the big crash, so... Yeah, I wouldn't really. It's not like they say it ain't over till the last round.
No.
So
I want to keep it spicy.
Yeah, it's not a lot. Wow, it's a bit of a jump from Craig then to Mosman.
Yeah, was it 97, 96 in it with Mosman?
Yeah, Craig's 11 points behind, and it goes to 25 points behind. Then Shimoda's 26. So it's close between Mosman and Shimoda.
Yeah,
be good to see them two, and then you got Jet 39 points behind Nichols now. Which is he's asking quite a lot, isn't he? If he's not going to line up.
Yeah, Ryan's for it. Craig needs to win before they go into the break. Otherwise, Nichols is going to feel confident with the champion. I agree with that. Yeah, I think it's a massive weekend for Craig this weekend. If he can win Saturday, and even if he gets a second on next Saturday, I think that it just keeps it alive. But if Nichols goes 1-1 again.
If I was Craig, I'd put it on him. I would this next round because all they keep going is, the team. They know what they're doing and they're racing and they're practice buddies. If I was Craig now, getting to this last round in qualifying or
just give it a bit of argy-bargy. Yeah,
like, that's it now. I mean, I want to win the championship. I ain't mucking about, ticking about teammates now. You've got to try and I'll try and mentally disturb him a little bit, kind of get in his head. And it's a bit too teammatey at the moment, I think. And he's like, wow, yeah, well done. I ain't nothing.
Yeah, I'm your best friend.
Let him have it. Barge him off the track and see how see if he reacts. Where he's just letting him kind of get away, and that's it. He's just trying to catch him fair and square, which is I suppose, is how some people. But I don't think that's going to win him the championship. Let him have it, Craig.
Come on, Craig. Keep it alive. Keep us something to talk about. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the 250s, unless you've got anything else.
No.
Or anyone else got anything else?
Yeah. No, other than that, mate, they pretty much talked about everything that happened. There's a lot of kind of stuff that happened before the main, wasn't there, really? And then after that, it weren't really...
Jet broke some peaks that weekend, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, I bet Red Bull fuming with him. I know they're magnetic, but he done too.
Yeah, they were just popping off willy-nilly, weren't they?
Yeah, you'd have to laugh, wouldn't you, when you sit back at the old thing and turn up and give you here you go, boy.
There's another one.
Look after this one. One up in the next one.
Yeah.
But that's what he's sponsored by, isn't it?
Yep. Right, 450s. Barsha got out the gate, but Roczen looked so hungry, didn't he, to get straight to that front. He knew that he had to do it and sprint.
Yeah, the difference from the first round, when Barsha and Roczen, and he was a bit like, Barsha. And then as soon as I watched it and see Barsha, and then you could see how the intensity of Roczen, he was like, woof to him and just went straight up the inside. I was like, yeah!
Yeah, that's what you want.
I was like, Roxon's back. And then, like you said, you've got to latch onto him, otherwise he is dangerous.
That's how I remember Roczen riding, a bit like that. Like he used to. If you give him 2 laps, he's gone. I think he had like a 3.5 second lead in 2 laps, didn't he?
Yeah. I see a lot this week. They're saying he's kind of reminding them back when the Suzuki, when he was on the Suzuki and that. But like I've seen a few comments from him, and he said like he feels even better than them now. He says I want to know who's in his corner. They kept mentioning he's got someone mentoring him now in the corner.
Oh, it's his brother-in-law, isn't it? It's
No, he's always been there. He said there's someone else now.
Oh, right.
His brother-in-law's always been there, and he's helping him train and stuff.
Oh, what's his name though?
Blake, isn't it?
Yeah, Blake's Savage.
Yeah.
No, is it Blake Savage?
Or Savage or something.
Right, what we got on here? Roczen was on fire. He looked like he did before his arm injury. Totally agree with that. I think that's the best I've seen Roczen ride since his arm injury, that one. Me personally.
Well, he what did he win? He was pole qualifying, wasn't he? So he's just clicking. Everything seems to be clicking and working, doesn't it?
Yeah, Tony T agrees. Best he looked since his injury.
He's fit, isn't he?
Roczen's first laps are better than anyone out there, which is true. If he can get his head down, he goes.
Yeah, I don't think you can catch him if he's like that.
Everyone seems to say Tomac's flying off, but when he gets in the lead, but Roczen seems like he's able to do it too. Yeah. I think this week he just showed the old Roczen a little bit. To be honest, I think he just looked comfy on the bike.
Yeah, he don't
excuses.
make many mistakes either.
Yeah, no excuses, just cracking on.
You see Carmichael a lot as well. He mentions it so many times about how well Roczen manages the race as well.
Yeah.
He said he's really good at, obviously, if he's working with his mechanic saying, like, you're this, he's so
10
good at...
seconds, he'll just keep it at 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9. No, he had to put a bit more of a...
He looks so smooth, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And guess who nearly ruined it for him?
I've got that next on my list and highlighted. Super Vince.
Oh, mate. Honestly, I don't, like, I said to you, like, you need to ask people that's in the chat about where do they draw the line with him, because I think he's just dangerous now, because he gets a good start and that's all he does, and then I think he's just in the way for the rest of the race.
What does everyone else think about Vince? We want to know that. We were talking about it earlier. Like Vince, someone said earlier something about Vince. I'll see if I can find it. It was a lot earlier. I want to know everyone's thoughts. Should he be out there riding, or do we think he's a bit dangerous? Or
I think there should be like a card system. Like,
every week he's involved in something, isn't he?
Since round one, he's done something. He's crashed, or he's causing crashes and hurting people. And then that one, he was just titting about. He'd gone up the bank and thought, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to square this bank up, and went in the Roczen. I thought, imagine knocking Roczen off. I'll just go out to him. Vince, you're going to have a week off, mate. Sorry.
Vince is a moving roadblock.
He is, though.
Vince is dangerous but funny as. But yeah, at that level you don't want funny, do you? Because they are on the limit. I think funny's...
You don't need to be eating quads and seeing Vince there in the middle of the track facing the wrong way. But
yeah, I don't know.
It's all right for us to watch it. It's all right.
It's not that. I think a team must... if I was a team manager, I'd be well peed off.
Yeah.
We're like, why are you involved in that again? Why is my bike bent up again? Why is this fender snapped in half? Why is my back wheels all buckled?
I'll just say to him, in a minute, you're going to kill someone, Vince. That's the bottom line, mate. You're like pushing it.
Yeah.
And then you can't even stay out of the way of the riders without bumping into them. So,
yeah, Vince. Super Vince. Yeah, it's a good... I had that highlighted. Vince always in trouble.
Yeah, mate. That's what I mean. When I watch now, I'm glued to... Even though he's nowhere near, I'm glued to him. And then as soon as someone goes down, look, I'm like, it's him. It's him again.
It's him. Number
He's caused
40.
chaos. He's caused chaos.
Good to see Bam Bam at the front end again. I know, obviously, he's had a few rounds where he's sort of done what he normally does and slowly fades back. But let's hope he can... Because he's still not far off the boys, is he?
I was really impressed with him, even though he didn't have nothing for Ken. But
to be honest, I've been impressed with him all season. I don't mean he's done...
He held Tomac off for the second half of the whole race, which I think's hard, considering how Tomac attacks you and stuff.
So I think Tomac looked good as well when he started coming through. He looked good as I've got here. Tomac looked awesome coming through the pack.
Yeah,
which is the old Tomac.
I thought he was gonna get second. I didn't think he was gonna get Ken, but
no.
Ken.
Ken.
Ken. I was really impressed with how Barsha was riding defensive and then knew when to kind of. I liked watching it when it's like that.
He's quite a wide rider, isn't he, Barsha?
Yeah. But there was a good battle, wasn't there, between 4th to 7th with AC,
Stewart, Plessinger,
Webb,
AC ended up in it, didn't he?
Yeah, that was. I don't know what happened to him. He seems to just.
That's twice in a row now. He's sort of been past and then just thought, fucking hell, I've done it, and then let off the gas a bit.
Yeah, and then he dropped obviously all the way back. But yeah, Webb's solid when he's coming through. He don't give up, does he?
He's a little Rottweiler, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, good ride for Plessinger. I think he's definitely come good again this season, and he sort of
Yeah.
said at the beginning of the season, "Oh, I think that's his best result as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fifth, top five.
Yeah, he looked.
He got AC at the end there, didn't he? Just to get in
Yeah.
that top five.
Yeah, he looks like he's kind of up to speed, and he kind of looks comfortable, and he's flowing and stuff. And those all kind of moving about a little bit.
Yeah, Stewart was in there, wasn't he? And Lee's just said he
Yeah.
crashed out of a good ride, didn't he?
Yeah, he looks solid as well. His fitness seems to be there as well because he pushes on at the end of the race.
Mm.
Osborne shit start again, doesn't it?
Yeah, he can't seem to get out the gate, can he?
I don't know why, because he's nothing, is he? He's a little bit taller than you,
Yeah.
and he must weigh nothing. He just can't seem to pull the start, and he has to always come through the pack. But he only got up to behind AC, didn't he?
Yeah, he was third, fourth,
Seventh.
Seventh.
So ain't really. I think I know there's a lot to go, but in the standings, he's not even.
You can't push, not with that field. You can't have a crap start and push through, can you? It's just you're not able.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think any of them are that good to do that. To be honest.
Not now, no. But
So, good run for Roczen, the first person to take the reins in the 450. Really,
yeah,
it's been pretty open until now.
Yeah, I think they'll all be looking at him now to kind of need to watch him a little bit. I think Tomac and obviously Webb. You don't need Roczen to start finding his flow because he's good at starts, isn't he? He could start going on a bit of a winning streak now.
Here we go, straight from the horse's mouth. Uncle Scott, Bam Bam will finish top 3 at the end of the season.
Oh, he does look Bam Bam.
Yeah.
I mean, but will he fold a little bit? Because where is he? Yeah, he's 4th at the moment.
Yeah.
But we said we could have a bet, but we're not allowed to do any bets.
Not unless you speak to Backstreet Barry.
Yeah, but it's a good shout. It could all change at the moment. Looking at the points from like.
Well, you think they've still got so long to go?
Yeah, they're not even halfway yet, are they?
No.
Which is crazy, really, because it feels like where you're watching them.
Yeah, it feels like we've done a lot of these already, doesn't it? As well.
Yeah, feels like they're riding for a year, but yeah, you've got a long old way to go, like they said, without staying injury free.
Yeah.
After only how many rounds have they had now?
5.
That's their 5th round. Look how many injuries there are: broken toes, dislocated fingers, broken bones,
chins smashed to bits.
It's crazy. So yeah, you've got to make that last round.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, Bam Bam's a good shout. I think he will fall apart a little bit.
Yeah. I think that gas team is pretty good with Barsha and.
They've got no choice, have they? They've only got him in the 450, so
yeah, I think they've had a couple of good signings this year. Gas, I think they're for their first year. So, Roczen, Barsha, Tomac, Webb, Plessinger, Cincerello, the way that finished. Which I don't know. AC just seems to fade, doesn't he? He was up with Tomac and stuff, wasn't he? And he just sort of once Tomac done him, he's
got the speed, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I think he's got the speed. But like at the end of the races, he just seems to once they're on him, he fades a little bit, and he just kind of. I don't know if he's just settling or if he's not fit or his hand. I don't know.
He's been really quiet as well on social media and stuff, hasn't he? He hasn't really been out there. Yeah. He's usually quite out there unless he's got other issues. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Webb was right down the pack, really, wasn't he?
He had the best ride coming through, really, didn't he?
Yeah, but you said he's relentless. He would just keep going until the gap. Like he got back to Tomac, and then the gap was too big for him to catch. So he caught everyone he possibly could, really.
Yeah, you definitely can't write him off yet.
Nah, and then Muskin got lapped.
It's crazy, isn't it?
If I was I'll bet DaCosta's battering him. I do, because he was meant to be the next Ryan Dungey when he passing the torch. I bet
he'll lose his ride this year if he carries on.
Yeah.
KTM are quite ruthless, aren't they?
Yeah, because he was meant to be the number 1 rider, and then they brought Webb in, and like they said, it was kind of all reversed now. And now you've got Webb, who's I would say is the number 1 rider.
Oh, easily, yeah.
And Muskin's just kind of like, how can you win the heat? And then
where'd he end up? 10th, was it? What? I didn't write that far down.
I think 11th.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And got
someone's
lapped. So
End of Muscan this year at KTM.
yeah. But would another team? I don't know. Like you said, has he lost his fire a little bit, or I don't know. But I'll be kicking myself because
I don't
after
know.
a heat win, you'd be pumped for the race, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah,
And
you'd be full of confidence, wouldn't you?
yeah, I'll just take 11th, get back to the rig. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, especially training with Alden Baker and stuff, because at the moment, who's Baker got? Webb, who's lead. That's his only kind of rider. It's at the front, isn't it? Osborne ain't really. He needs to practice on. Starts with Osborne. Muscan, I'll just tell him.
We'll send him a quick email after this, shall we?
Alden
This is what you need
Baker.
to work on this week, Alden.
Yeah, they're paying millions to usual complex. Have you got a start gate there? I mean, because Osborne needs.
Have you got a stone we can drop?
Yeah,
Done.
but so I mean, I don't know because they pay a lot of money for him, don't they? And they're getting an 11th. Is that good enough? But
I wouldn't be happy.
no, I'd like to be the fly on the wall in there.
I would like to go in the trucks. You know, I've never been in one of them trucks on the after race. See what they do. See how they talk. See how maybe there's something we can aim for with this. See if we can get in.
Yeah, that's all they need us up in the old corner, don't they? Or webcam.
Yeah. I would like to see what the up goes on after the race because they go back and.
It's quite like when you watch the vlogs and that. It's quite relaxed, isn't it? They all like sit there and they like watching a bit of TV and stuff.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's kind of it is. It would be good to see. I bet every ride is different.
Has anyone got any talking points that you think we've missed tonight before we sort of wrap things up? I think hopefully have you seen the track for Saturday?
No, not yet.
Darren Heath usually posts it in the group for us, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Did you see the track? I sent you Atlanta. That looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. That looks crazy, doesn't it? And it looks long. It looks very long.
There's a lot of jumps on corners and stuff like that as well, and it's good.
Love to go there.
Anyway, sorry, Reese.
Have you missed any comments in there or not?
No, I think I've nailed most of them. Reese, about McElrath, do you think he's going to be any good when he comes?
When he comes back. It's hard, isn't it?
We haven't seen him on a 450 yet, have we?
No, so he's smooth. He's very smooth, isn't he? But
I see him out practicing today, but I don't know when he's back.
Yeah, until you see him, what's he aiming to get back? When?
I don't know. I haven't seen that, but I'm sure it'll be soon.
But no, it'd be interesting to see. Just another rider to add to it.
Put in the mix, yeah.
Yeah, because the other
Fernandez had a bit of a bad day again as well, didn't he?
Yeah, Joey Savacci was there. Oh, Joey was up there a little bit, wasn't he? He seems to be getting more comfortable. Every week he's getting better and better.
I like Savacci.
Yeah, but yeah, Fernandez is kind of not where. Well, don't know. Would you take that looking at their field? Because all the other kind of riders are all kind of been in the 450 now, and I would say he's probably one of the new rookies there, isn't he?
Someone's right. Where's Baggett? We did speak about this a couple podcasts ago. I think there was some financial issues there, some legal obligations and stuff that need settling. So I don't think Baggett's going to be riding the Supercross, to be honest.
Yeah. You don't get paid, you don't ride.
Yeah, which is fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's your job. I hope he's back for the outdoors. I like Baggett. Brilliant rider.
He's pretty good indoors as well, though, isn't he? So it's a bit of a crap loss, really.
Right, I'm going to wrap it up there anyway. So we'll be back Monday night at 8 p.m. talking about this Saturday's race. The Wednesday after, we're going to be joined by Lee Webber, the Crescent Cab Screens team director, to find out what goes on behind the scenes in being a team manager and how young kids can try and catch the eyes of teams. And if you guys have got any questions you want to know about what goes into being a team manager, get them sorted. And that's on the 10th with Lee. And then the week after that, we've just confirmed now we're going to be speaking to Kevin Morans on the Wednesday night. So that's a good one. Obviously, speaking to someone who's actually racing out there is going to be awesome, I think.
Hopefully, he can give us quite a good insight to
Yeah, what
it's like.
goes on and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Me and Dale are trying hard to get some others like Max Miller, John Short, just some guys really to give us what goes on out there. So if everyone wants to, I've seen they've started doing it. Post their predictions for next week. It saves on there.
So did Tony guess this one?
Tony got it right. Yeah, he got Nichols and Tomac.
No, because it was Nichols and Roczen that won.
That's what I meant. Sorry, Nichols and Roczen. Yeah, sorry. Tony got it right.
I was going to say, I ain't giving the
Cool.
free
Didn't he get it right? As soon as it finished, he texted me, "Where's me hat?"
Did he? Oh, knock at the door. Lee,
I'm here for me hat. Tony, I'm not even here yet.
Tony's at the door.
Lee, we have messaged Woodcock. As soon as he gets back to us, we'll let you know. But he hasn't even replied to us yet. I said it would be great to get him on. I think have a chat with a Brit who's experienced it. So right. So if everyone chucks in who you think the two winners are going to be next week, I will be only giving one hat away. It's going to end up fucking costing me a fortune. So if you get it right and there's more than one of you, I'll chuck it in a hat and then see who's the winner.
Go
Tony
on,
T.
Bob Dog. You go first.
I'm going to go for Christian Craig and Roczen.
All right, mate. I'm going to write these down because I think you're swinging it a little bit.
I haven't got one right yet, and I've paid for the cap, so I don't think I'm swinging it.
Roczen. I'm going to go for Tomac in the 450s.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go for Moseman in the 250s.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Tony T's gone for Tomac and Craig. Ryan Humphries has gone for Roczen and Craig, same as me. Reece said, nice one, mega lads, thank you. Thanks, Reece, and I'll speak to you tomorrow something about sorting out your 50 quid. Lee Skinner's gone for Barsha and Craig. So a lot of people going for Craig this week. I think it's a massive week for Craig, isn't it?
He needs to win, doesn't he?
Reece has gone for Craig and Roczen. Even if you want to comment after it's finished, just chuck it in the comments and
we'll have a look through.
We'll have a look through next week. Thanks everyone for listening tonight. It's our longest one so far, so plenty to talk about. Thanks, Dale boy.
No, thank you.
And I won't introduce you next week, as I think you were George Clark, Craig and AC. Yeah,
has George been on, or is it George just popped up last minute?
He's just popped up last minute for a free cap.
Do you know what I mean? Free hat lurking about. He's popped straight in.
No input through the whole thing. Look, I want a free cap.
Yeah.
So let's hope George wins now so we can get him a nice hat. Don't even know what they look like, to be honest. I'm going to get some other...
How funny would it be if they're terrible? Tony, you have to we need a picture of Tony with it, haven't we?
Yeah, we'll try and get some. I think I can post pictures on here as well somehow.
Can't we get Tony T on live quick with the hat on? How many can you have
I'm sure
live?
we could.
Just get him up just to say thanks for winning.
Thanks for the hat.
And see what the hat looks like.
I want it on the horse and cart though.
Imagine him going along like that with the cap on. Yip.
I hope everyone has a great weekend and enjoys the racing on Saturday, and we'll be back on Monday at 8 p.m. to discuss what goes on. Have a great weekend, everyone. See you later.